I don't know if I'm gonna make the distance. It's gonna be so close.
This is the 2024 BMW X5 xDrive 50e. Before I get into if this plug-in hybrid EV can travel up to 64 kilometers or essentially 39 miles like BMW suggests, I'm going to give you a full car review in 3 minutes or less, focused on those daily driving features you're probably interested to know more about, like performance, tech, and space. Then I'm going to give you my real-world range and charge time. So subscribe because your 3-minute car review starts right now. BMW offers the X5 with 3 different powertrains, and each has some sort of electrification, helping to increase power and electric range in 2024. First, the rear-wheel drive X5 is producing 375 horsepower, while the PHEV is producing 483 horsepower, and the X5 M60i and M competition models are producing 523 and 616 horsepower, respectively. Each powertrain is equipped with a new 48-volt mild hybrid system and 8-speed automatic transmission. And although all powertrains receive a bump up in horsepower and torque, this is how the 2024 BMW X5 xDrive 50e looks off the line with its 483 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, all coming from a 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder with mild hybrid technology and 8-speed automatic transmission when in sport mode. Sport mode activated, let's go. Amazing! BMW ups the battery capacity in the X5 xDrive 50e model in 2024. And when you opt for the plug-in hybrid EV, ask your BMW specialist about the BMW app, which is now integrated with a host of complementary features. As for charging, BMW suggests you can use a level 2 at-home 240-volt connector when it's correct, and you can charge within 3 hours and 15 minutes, but keep watching for my real-world range and charge times. BMW has introduced all new exterior design details on the 2024 X5, beginning up front, which offers a new design for the signature BMW headlights and kidney grille. Buyers, for the first time, have the option to add illumination to the kidney grille, which lights up when the doors are open. Standard aerodynamics have been improved through the redesign of the front vents, but when you opt for the M Sport package, 21-inch wheels are added with M Sport brakes, and an enhanced aerodynamic package is included as well. At the rear, newly designed rear lights feature fiber optic lighting elements. The traditional L shape is reflected horizontally, creating an X motif within the rear lights. Overall, when all is said and done, the new exterior of the X5 looks fantastic, and in my opinion, makes the Audi Q7 look boring and outdated. If you look down in the description below, I'll provide you with a list of standard driver-assisted technology features. But when you level up to the Premium Essential and Advanced Driver Assistance packages, you gain parking assist, a heads-up display with video augmented reality navigation, a BMW drive recorder, highway assist with adaptive cruise control with semi-autonomous driving capabilities, steering and lane control assist, plus even more. The price tag for those 2 optional packages, being the Premium Essential and Advanced Driver Assisted packages, will cost you between $6,500 and $8,000, depending on your market location and currency rate. If towing is important to you, then ask your BMW specialist about having your X5 50e properly equipped, because towing will range anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 pounds and more, but you have to have the proper equipment installed. Now, as expected, the liftgate is power operated. Then use the button on the lower tailgate door to completely expose the trunk space. The standard adaptive 2-axle air suspension helps to improve the overall ride quality once you're on the road. But I also prefer an air suspension because it can assist when lifting heavier items into or out of the trunk area. Unfortunately, there isn't a button or handles to lower the rear seats in their 40-20-40 split configuration from back here. You're gonna have to walk around the side. But once the seats are folded, cargo space is maxed out at 2,016 liters or 71.2 cubic feet, which is more than the Audi Q7. A cargo cover is offered, so our grocery hooks on either side, and a 12-volt port is located on the right side. Under the trunk floor, you won't find a spare tire because the X550e rolls on run flats. But under the trunk floor, you will find a perfect storage spot for your complimentary level 1 at-home charger. The rear seat space of the X550e is almost as comfortable as the iX I reviewed, which is a super luxe EV SUV by BMW. I absolutely love that vehicle, but I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you have shorter or taller guests, everybody's gonna be comfortable back here. There's tons of leg space, head space, and by far my favorite feature is the standard glass panoramic sunroof. I just wish BMW allowed rear seat guests to operate it as well. With the optional premium essential package, you also receive heated rear seats, sunshades on each side, and the cup holders are heated and ventilated throughout the cabin, which is just a really nice luxury for guests. Storage space is impressive behind both front seats, on the side, down the center, and connectivity is offered in the form of 2 USB-C and 1 12-volt port. The 2024 BMW X5 lineup introduced the next generation of the iDrive 8 system and do not allow the 27.2 curved digital display intimidate you because everything is really easy to use. And I'm going to start with the digital driver cluster, which is fully customizable by using the button on the right side of the steering wheel. You can adjust the layout, the content that's illustrated, and the heads-up display all from here. Moving to the 14-inch curved center screen, which offers Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility and standard 5G Wi-Fi connection. You can operate everything by touch or dial knob. However, I think using the touch screen is fastest and most convenient. And as you can see, BMW offers a lot of options and icons, but I primarily focused on the charging icon and then the windows and doors icon so I can preset my auto open and close smart doors. And like I mentioned, the liftgate is power operated, but you could also set the liftgate height by going through the infotainment system. Then I also recommend having a look through the driving settings icon so you can maximize or minimize your driver assisted technology. Before I hit the road and talk charging and range, I'll finish off by mentioning the upholstery is comfortable and luxe. Storage, like the rear, is equally as impressive with space available on the sides, down the center, and by the driver's left knee. The mobile charge pad is included with the premium essentials package, and beside it you'll find a USB port and a 12-volt port. Now keep watching because this 3-minute car review was just to cover performance, tech, and space. Now I'm going to hit the road and talk real-world range and charge time. Your 2024 BMW X5 xDrive 50e will come equipped with 3 different driving modes: electric, hybrid, and sport. Electric mode is essentially as it sounds, it's pure EV mode. And then hybrid utilizes both the gas engine and the battery pack. And then sport mode unleashes all of the 485 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Now, you can actually go through your iDrive 8 system and customize each of your driving modes. It's really easy to do and it's super convenient because it also allows you to maximize that range. Now that said, BMW suggests that you can travel up to 64 kilometers or 39 miles in pure EV mode. So I went out for a test drive to see if I can go 64 kilometers or 39 miles before the X5 switches to gas mode. And this is what happened. So first, I should mention the day of my full electric mode test drive, the weather was significantly colder than my filming day. The temperature went from 25 degrees Celsius or 77 Fahrenheit to 10 degrees Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit. But I followed the preconditioning battery instructions of keeping my vehicle plugged in overnight, and I set my departure time by going through the iDrive 8 system. That aside, when I began my 64 kilometer or 39 mile test, the digital driver cluster illustrated a range of 83 kilometers or 51 miles, which is 19 kilometers or 12 miles more than BMW advertises. So I was impressed and thought for sure the X550e would be able to travel up to 64 kilometers or 39 miles in full electric mode before switching to gas. However, The 83 kilometers or 51-mile range, which was illustrated on the digital driver cluster, was misleading because I was able to travel up to 64 kilometers or 39 miles before the X550e made the seamless switch from EV to gas. But I did so with 2 extra kilometers or 1.2 miles of range available to me instead of the extra 19 kilometers or 12 miles I was hoping for at the beginning of my test drive. And here's a bonus fast fact for you. Use the battery hold feature to hold onto any remaining battery level you desire in case you find yourself running out of gas or in desperate need of range in order to make it to your destination or a gas station. As for charging, using a traditional level 1 120 volt household outlet, it took me 54 hours to go from 0 to 100% full, while using a level 2 240 volt connection took 4 hours and 15 minutes, which is 1 hour longer than BMW advertises. But to be fair to BMW, I was using a public 240 volt charging tower with a 5 kilowatt per hour output, as opposed to an at-home charging system, which I can customize to charge faster.
Like I said at the beginning of this video, I provided you with a full car review in about 3 minutes-ish, and I told you about the real-world range and charge times of the all-new 2024 BMW X5 xDrive 50e. If you want to learn about my final driving impressions, check out my article on automotivewoman.com. Don't forget to look down in the description for more information, and while you're down there, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys.